Greetings and welcome back to the Death Knight class campaign for World of Warcraft Legion. We are doing the Frost artifact today, the Blades of the Fallen Prince, Icebringer and Frostreaper. That's a handful. And let's have a chat with Duke Lancrol.
We press on.
Our ally, the Lich King, has offered to provide you with a lead on a final weapon should you desire to maximize our offensive options. Let me know how you would like to proceed.
Ashes to
This
ashes.
is the last weapon and probably one of the most famous weapons of the artifacts, in addition to the Ashbringer, and it is one of my favorite artifact quests in the game. The legendary Frostmourne, even 4 years after its destruction within Icecrown Citadel, remains one of the most infamous weapons in all of Azeroth. With a bit of necromantic power, the broken shards could be reforged into a set of runeblades that have the potential to be as powerful as their predecessor, if not surpass it entirely. Oh my. This quest is designed for Frost Death Knights. Would you like to switch? Yes. As you can see, we can't currently use the current weapon we have. I went ahead and bought War Swords of the Ebon Blade. Equip those from the vendor over there. Showed him off in the last episode when we got the blood artifact over here. Quartermaster Ozorg, the Abomination, sells these for 100 golds a pop.
Make it quick.
Very well.
There's work to be done.
Let's see here. A powerful presence again touches your thoughts. I have ordered your brethren to Icecrown to prepare for the coming conflict, but I have a more important fate in mind for you. You, Azeroth, will be the hand of our vengeance. Use the Death Gate to return to Acheros, and I shall reveal your role in this. Now, we are in Acheros. That was really strange. But we are actually going to teleport Acheros. As you can see, Acheros is the base, by the way, the order hall for the Death Knights. It used to be here. You can see right there. The Ebon Hold, right here in the Eastern Plague Lands. But right now, it is here, southeast of the Broken Shore, or east of the Broken Shore, more precisely, in the Broken Isles. We're going to move this thing, as you can see. The Lich King awaits your return to the Citadel.
Ah, so the Lich King chose you to be his hand. I'm not surprised. We have all heard of your exploits. Our forces have gathered from all across Northrend. When the call to action comes, and it will come soon, the Knights of the Ebon Blade will be ready. Make no mistake, we are not bound to this new Lich King. However, he may prove a valuable ally against the Legion. For now, our goals align with his. And in the meantime, it is in our best interest that the Scourge stay contained. The gates of Icecrown lie to the north. Do not keep our ally waiting.
So a couple of things here. Chronologically, this quest for this artifact is probably the one you should do first, lore-wise. Secondly, we talked a lot about Darian Mograine here. He is involved in the storyline of the Ashbringer. We covered that basically in the Ashbringer video.
We know much.
The time of apocalypse is upon us once again, Azeroth. Will you rise to the occasion? And this guy is currently our kind of main dude in the Death Knight campaign. And he's helping us out, talking about how the new Lich King, Bolvar, is not our master. So the Death Knights of the Ebon Blade that we play as in the game, they basically broke themselves free from the grasp of the Lich King, the previous Lich King, Arthas, Menethil, and Ner'zhul. So they don't really have a master. Look, it's Azeroth! I told you he was going to be the one to be chosen. Now pay up. One of Aman'Thul's students? Bah, fine, take your gold. So these are the other trainers here. This is the Blood Death Knight trainer and the Frost... No, the Unholy Death Knight trainer, maybe? Talking about how we were the apprentice of Amal Thazad, one of the previous class trainers in Acheros.
Hurry up, Minerva! We're about to pull out of here! Mograine will kill us if we hold things up!
We're already dead, idiot!
I will listen for now.
Enter, champion. There is much to be done.
Now, as you can see, this looks pretty amazing. We have Icarus here looming over the entrance to the spire of the Icecrown Citadel. And you can enter the place by going to this portal here. I just want to take in the view here because this looks incredible. I like how they fashioned the bridge out of bones. Cool little detail there. You step on this here, this transporter, and it used to be a transporter that you used to teleport into or up into this area where you fought Sorrowfang the Younger, one of the bosses. And when we go in here, we enter the glacier, which is contained inside the citadel. Now this area is really cool. First of all, we have these cannons that shoot frosty breath or winds or whatever this is towards us, and then we have these ads we need to deal with.
Destroy them and gather the fragments of the blade, for they will be the heart of your new weapon.
Just something I want to mention here is that oh, we should probably use Death Strike. Is that the quest chain, or the weapons that we're going to get, is a remnant of the blade Frostmourne. Frostmourne was wielded by Arthas Menethil, and he slew his father with it and turned into the current, or the previous Lich King that we fought during the Wrath of the Lich King. His entire story is covered in the games Warcraft 3, the Reign of Chaos, and the Frozen Throne. And also, it is covered in the book The Rise of the Lich King. But Frostmourne was a blade that was forged by the Nathrezim. You might have seen some of those guys. Balnazar is in the quest chain for the Paladins and the Priests. We have Tichondrius, Mal'Ganis, and all these guys. And they forged this blade, known as Frostmourne. And it was previously wielded by Ner'zhul, who was or it was given to Ner'zhul. He was one of the orc leaders back when the orcs fought against. Let's use our Wraith Walk here, see if we can get past this path. We're supposed to use Wraith Walk here, I believe. I believe that's how it works. Not sure what happened there. Maybe the mage is using the magic. That's how it works. And Ner'zhul, he was basically he was one that defied the Burning Legion towards the end of the Orcish invasion, and he eventually got forced by Kil'jaeden the Deceiver, one of the leaders of the Burning Legion. He was forced to become the Lich King. He was basically shattered, and his soul was put into this armor, and it eventually merged to become part of Arthas, and they kind of merged during the end of the Frozen Throne campaign in Warcraft 3. By the way, these gargoyles here, you need to destroy it right above this pedestal, this little lever, and when it dies, it'll turn to rock, as you can see, hardens. And when we step on the other one, the door will open. Pretty cool mechanic there, taking inspiration from adventure games and stuff. I like how they incorporate those kind of mechanics. And this is the Icecrown Citadel. So what is important here is that we know that Ner'zhul and Arthas are both tied to this weapon known as Frostmourne. And when we defeated Arthas during the Wrath of the Lich King, the weapon was shattered, and we are now trying to gather the pieces here. As you can see in front of us, there is a fragment of Frostmourne that has fallen down from the top of the citadel.
Maelgan's soul was cursed to relive the moment of his death for eternity, and will see you as his enemy. Destroy him.
The fragment seems to drain away all heat in its presence. Now, while we're sitting down and eating here, let's have a chat about Shadowmourne. There is a quest chain in the dungeon known as the Icecrown Citadel, the raid, where you get a quest if you're a paladin, if you're a death knight, or if you're a warrior, I believe. You can get a weapon known as Shadowmourne, which is also crafted from the fragments of Frostmourne, and it is a legendary weapon as well.
The soul of Halak was tortured within Frostmourne till he cursed the light. Now that he has forsaken it, slay him. Even when consumed by Frostmourne, the soul of Azeroth refused to give up the light. Show him the error of his ways. Once hailed by Arthas as a brother, Gavinrad too was ultimately fed to Frostmourne. Grant him a final death. Frostmourne. From its broken form, you will create a blade without equal. Approach and channel your power into it to create your weapon. It is done. From the shards of Frostmourne, the twin blades are born. Soon, they shall feed upon the souls of my enemies. I sense powerful spirits remain within the blades. Enter into the spiritual realm within, and purge them of all that resist your domination. Take up the blade, Arthas Menethil. Embrace your destiny.
Yes. You are right. I will bear any curse to have my revenge. What? An intruder? You won't stop me. Frostmourne will be mine! Nothing will stand in the way of my vengeance.
How dare you interfere? His soul belongs to me!
Feel the icy chill of death around you! The darkness. I can't.
Let the darkness consume you. Feast upon the souls of the damned.
feel the icy chill of death around you. I see only darkness.
Curse you, interloper! All my plans ruined. You have done well. Ascend to my throne and receive your charge. Where the weak showed mercy, you did not hesitate to strike. Where the unworthy were vanquished, you have conquered. Go, ensure that not a single demon escapes my wrath. Crush all who stand in your way.
And now we have gained the Blades of the Fallen Prince, Frostreaper and Icebringer. When my days have come to an end, you shall be king. And I will show you the justice of the grave and the true meaning of fear. Quotes from Arthas' father, Teranas Menethil, and Arthas himself. I will show you the justice of the grave. Yeah. So these weapons are similar to Frostmourne itself. Starting off with crystalline swords, your melee attacks have a chance, this is a passive by the way, to create icy copies of Icebringer and Frostreaper, which will then stab and pierce your foes. Very nice passive ability from the weapons right there. Investing a point into these will give us attack speed plus 12%, and which is a lot actually. And eventually we'll be able to get hypothermia. Each time Frost Fever deals damage, there's a chance to erupt, dealing 38,000 frost damage to the target. We can also get Sindragosa's Fury. Summon Sindragosa, who breathes frost to on all enemies within 40 yards in front of you, dealing lots of fire damage. This is the active ability actually, which is kind of cool. Frozen Soul, when remorseless winter ends, Icebringer and Frostreaper will release a burst of lots of frost damage. Increased for each additional enemy you hit during Remorseless Winter. And these Remorseless Winter, by the way, is an AoE. It looks like this. Cool. Appearance-wise, the blades look pretty amazing and minimalistic as they are. We can get a green version, a yellow. This is more red, if you ask me, but anyway, this is the yellow version. Maybe the lighting. And then there are these icy-tipped ones. Frostmourne's legacy are these. These looks fantastic. More like cyan ones, red and the icy white ones. Sindragosa's Fury looks like the bones of a frost worm. Green ones, yellow ones, and then we have a white version. Gravekeeper looks really cool. Those are probably some of my favorite looking artifacts in the game. A very minimalistic look. Green, purple, and yellow. The hidden appearance is also not available to us right now. Recommended Reforging. I believe you're supposed to use Razor Eyes on one of them and Fallen Crusader on the other. Maybe Fallen Crusader on the offhand and Razor Eyes on the main hand. Not sure if that is correct, but we're going to try to do that anyway. The Lich King made a wise choice in giving you those blades. You've more than proven yourself worthy of them. I have to admit though, I'm glad it wasn't me. I'm through with having magical weapons dictate my fate.
A shadow of hope remains.
Referencing Ashbringer there. And the corrupted Ashbringer as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this last of the Death Knight artifact quests. Next time we'll go on into the next part of the class campaign for Legion. As I've heard the rumors about the Lich King wanting to raise his 4 horsemen once more. That's going to be interesting. I'll see you guys then. And make sure you check out the rest of the class playthroughs as well. They're all in the playlist. See you guys next time, and bye-bye.